Amelia. It's hard to get up here. Okay, that's just a little sketch I have. It's an instrumental at this point. It's called Sir Isaac Newton Killed a Guy. Is that you, Troy, or is that Steve? Who's the bowling team this morning? Emilia Beauclair. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Chin. C'est mon café. C'est pas un Irish café, un café irlandais, mais un café tout court. Avec de lait de quoi? Avoine. Okay, so I'm mixing it up a little bit, trying a morning version of the Electric Podcast. It's morning in Paris, en France, la France. So I'm going to catch the West Coast at about, it's a quarter before midnight over there. But I don't see anyone showing up just now. And we're going to finish up around midnight. And so this morning, I got an early start, oddly enough. I saw a client last night, someone who's commissioning a painting for me. We went up to a little terrace cafe not far from here. Shared a bottle of wine and a assiette de charcuterie, and planche de charcuterie, de assiette mixte en fait. So that means you get the cheese and the cold cuts. That was fun. So we closed the place down, and when all was said and done, I got to bed around 2 in the morning. And then oddly enough, I woke up around 6:30 this morning. So only working on 4.5 hours here, but I'm completely awake. You know how when you wake up in the morning and you look at the clock and you say, okay, well, I'm just going to close my eyes for a bit here. And then next time you open your eyes, it's an hour later. So this was the opposite. I had the impression that the clock was going backwards. So anyway, got up. The woman uses our bedroom as her office as well, so it was extra good for her that I was able to vacate the premises earlier. And the world is different in the morning, so I was walking up and I came across a market, and the guys were setting up the market. And so check this out. I got a bag of these oranges, these clementine, what would we call these? Not tangerines, but anyway. So 7 of them, and I say, you guys open? And the guy's, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So who do I pay? Your colleague over there? He's like, yeah. And so the guy looks at me when he's putting the boxes onto on the tables, the display, whatever. He's got €1. He said €1 for this. So advantages of being the early bird gets the deal. Hopefully no worms. And also to come up to l'atelier. I usually cut through this park. It's called the Parc de Belleville, and it's just endless stairs. It's quite a hike. It's a good morning exercise, but it was locked. It doesn't open until 8, so I had to circumvent it. But that's no big deal. Let's see what else is going on. Steve or Troy or whoever is taking care of the account there. Do you have any questions? Oh yeah, I have a new segment on the Electric Podcast called the Warrior of the Light. And so what I do is I choose a page at random out of here and read it and translate it interpret it into English from the French translation of the original Spanish by Paulo Calo. Calo means sky, I believe. And so does anyone just give me a random number between 15, or actually not 15, but 25 and 157. So 25 and 157. Someone give me a random number there. 25 and 157. So that song that I opened up with, actually I've got to let this loose. I composed it nearly a year ago, just a few months shy of a year. So it's rather easy to play. this form, it's sort of a C chord form, but a G, that would be C. This is C, but I guess it's an A of some sort. So it starts here, it goes. Way up to here. This one is hard on this guitar. If I had an electric, it might be easier. And then it resolves down here on the partial A chord. Anyway, I'm going to send that to my co-conspirator, Kyle, and see if he can add anything to it. So, anyone come up with a number? I was hoping to catch some people on their way to bed on the West Coast, but it doesn't seem to be panning out. So I've got 2 coins. I've got 220. So numerologically, we're going to reduce that in half. 110. Okay, so page 110 of The Warrior of the Light. Okay. Le lutteur expérimenté supporte les insultes. Il connaît la force de son poing. The experienced fighter withstands insults. He knows the force of his fist. L'habileté de ses coups. Oh, there was a comma. I thought it was a period. The ability of his punches. Il regarde au fond des yeux l'adversaire mal préparé. Et il gagne sans même avoir besoin de porter le combat sur le plan physique. Okay. He regards in the depths of his sight the unprepared adversary, and he wins without even having to bring the combat into the world. Physically, because he can see that his adversary is unprepared. À mesure que le guerrier apprend avec son maître spirituel, la lumière de la foi brille aussi dans ses yeux, et il n'a pas besoin de prouver quoi que ce soit à personne. To the extent that the warrior benefits from his spiritual master, the light of his foi, his being, shines in his eyes, and he has no need to prove anything to anyone. Peu importe les arguments agressifs de l'adversaire, qui affirme que Dieu est superstition, que les miracles sont des farces, que croire aux anges et fuir la réalité. Having a little problem with this translation this morning. Okay. There's little importance to the aggressive arguments of his adversary. That affirms that God is a superstition and that the miracles are farces, false. And it believes in the angels and flees the reality. Comme le lutteur, le guerrier de la lumière connaît son immense force. Like the fighter, the warrior of the light recognizes his immense force, knows it. Et jamais il ne lutte avec quelqu'un qui ne mérite pas l'honneur de combat. And he never fights with anyone who doesn't merit the battle. Good times. Okay, so how much time? We got 3 minutes. So I'm working on a police trio for the stand-up, not the stand-up, but the open mic. And so we're going to do a little bit of Invisible Sun, if you don't mind. I'm putting the E in there. It sounds a little more ominous that way. I don't want to spend the rest of my life looking down the barrel of an Armalite. I don't want to spend the rest of my days keeping out of trouble like a soldier say. I don't want to spend my time in hell looking at the walls of a prison cell. I don't ever want to play the part of a statistic in a government chart. There's got to be an invisible sun that gives its heat to everyone. There's got to be an invisible sun that gives us hope when the whole day's done. Dark all day and it goes all night. Factory smoke and the cedarly night. I face the day with my head caved in, looking like something that the cat got in. There's got to be an invisible sun that shines its light on everyone. There's got to be an invisible sun that gives us hope when the whole day's done. And they're only gonna change this place by killing every in the human race. They would kill me for a cigarette, but I don't even wanna die just yet. There's got to be an invisible sun that shines its light on everyone. There's got to be an invisible sun that gives us hope when the whole day's done. All right, cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed that special morning edition of the Electric Podcast, and we will see you. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Oh, and don't forget, if you're watching this on the gram of Instas, go up into the profile and click on the YouTube channel and abonne yourself, because I only need 966 more people there so that I can live stream. All right, ciao for now.